All right, Sam Brooker in the bag, end of the year 2025. I just wanted to give you a quick idea. I actually have a purpose here, not just, no, I know nobody cares what I throw, but I will come over here, which is my throwing, my throwing putters, which is special edition Total Eclipse Proxy. This is just really straight, and then ES or beat up ESP Flex Zone, which still flies like flies like a really beat up zone, which is basically what it is. And I got an extra one of my putters up here, which is the Tartars, the but I got an extra one down here because I try not to putt twice. It's just whatever. It's just, I wouldn't say it's a bad habit, but it's a whatever. The disc I need more often than is, I'll just show you up here real quick. So I got my other Tatar, but my most often used disc after that is my really super straight Nomad. It's the R2, like rubbery recycled stuff, which I really like. So this is what I wanted to show you, though. It's not all this, so we're getting to the point. So my point was I to show you is I have this organized by what people tell you is that have 2 or 3 different types of each different disc, which that's of course if you got a million different discs and a million different beat up versions of every one of them, that's great. But for most people, that's not us. So I'm gonna have you say just organize it in speeds and then have the different stabilities within the speed regardless of what the disc is. So starting with speed number 9, I got Mr. Inertia, and he's a super duper straight guy. He's not too stable. He's not really that flippy at all. He's actually a little bit stable because he's I think he's a max. No, he's not a max weight. He's 172. So I don't know, but these are hit or miss. They're all a little bit different. This one's a touch stable. That's fun though. Perfect 9-speed disc. So I got my 10s here. So instead of having 3 different 10s of the same disc, which would be nice, I guess. Well, I don't. I never seem to have that. I got the Gorgon G-Star straight off the shelf. It's a flip machine. This is a max weight. And I shouldn't say flip machine. It's a Heiser flip machine. Heiser, you know what I mean. And then the next one is my pretty decently beat in Onyx. It's like one of the really early ones. And it flies nice and, it's just, whatever. And then I have this, for whatever reason, this thing with the money stamp. You can see that. Money is it was a beefcake when I got it, and I've hit a million trees with it, and it's still beefcake. I don't know what his deal is, but and then going on to my 11s, I got let's put it over. Least stable, one of the least stable discs ever made. This MVP Orbital, -4 or 5. It literally does that fission wave. -2.5. This is max weight. This Orbital is, I can't remember. Yeah, these are both max weight, but they're flippy off the shelf. And then this Defy, which is just, man, I love this thing so much. It says 1.5, but the thing is the fission plastic is so much, for whatever reason, it makes the disc a lot less stable than any of the other ones. It's night and day. So I'm like, anywho, okay, I'll keep rambling. So my 12 speeds are beat up G-Star 170 gram It still weighs 170 gram destroyer, and it's, you know, it does what you think it would do. And then this thing, this tone salt, is max weight beefcake, and then you just throw it, and then just and then the headwind, it just doesn't really come back. It kind of, it's kind of a little straighter than I would like. And then finally, the only thing I have in the 13 speed is a decently beat in, pretty beat in, max weight glow Shrike, which is pretty awesome. So my whole point is thinking about it. You know, if you don't have 100, you know, different types of each disc, is to, you know, organize them by speed, and then just get, you know, this, and this is kind of what I've always had. I've always kind of had to do this. This is actually a rarity here. I got a Fission Hex and a Total Eclipse Hex, so two of the actual same disc. But you know, a lot of my stuff is different molds, and that's fine. Don't feel bad about doing that. It's just whatever works for you. Peace out, Internet.